Hey there, this is Ranjit and I have the Samsung Galaxy Core Prime with me, which is a budget-oriented device by Samsung, and this came after the Galaxy Core 2. In fact, the Galaxy Core 2 was one of the most horrible Samsung device that I've tested. Let's hope this one is better. So let's do the unboxing, and it comes with some interesting specs for the price. Let's first talk about the pricing. The price quoted on the box is 11,300, but this is available in local stores for around 9,600 to 10,000 bucks. It sports a quad-core processor clocked at 1.2 gigahertz, and in terms of camera, it has a 5 megapixel main camera and a 2 megapixel front-facing camera. So let's do the unboxing for this device now. And let's open this up. We have the handset, but let's first look at the other accessories that we get. We have the warranty card, etc. We also get a headset which is YS type. These are not in your regular headsets that we get, and we also have a microphone here and a button to take calls. Let me keep that to the side. We get a power adapter to which the USB cable is pre-attached, a micro USB to USB cable, and the battery itself. So here we have the handset. We have this protective cover. Let me take this out. And on the back also we have some plastic. Let's pop in the battery and you can open this up, and again, as you can see, it is a dual SIM device. This is the first SIM slot and this is the second SIM slot. Underneath this we actually have the micro SD card also here. So it is still a dual SIM device. So let me put this in, and it's a 2000 milliamp hour battery. Regarding the camera, we have some plastic. Let me take out. It's a 5 megapixel shooter, but the good thing is that it can shoot video in 1080p. So that's a nice thing. And we also have a LED flash. So let me put this back, the back cover. Again, looks like a typical Samsung device. So let's power it on. And it gave me haptic feedback. And let me give you a physical overview. By the time it boots, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack over here, the power button, moving towards the bottom, the micro USB slot, main microphone, and on this end we have the volume rockers. And moving towards the back, the main camera, that's a 5 megapixel shooter, LED flash, opening for the speaker phone, Samsung branding. And let me just quickly set this up and we'll continue. I'm just completing the setup. I've connected to my Wi-Fi network. And regarding the other configuration, as I told you, it supports a 1.2 GHz quad-core processor. Regarding RAM, it has 1 GB of RAM, and the GPU is the Mali 400 GPU. Some websites are claiming that it has a Snapdragon 410 chipset, but that's not correct. And the screen size is a 4.5-inch screen, but again, the resolution is not that great. It's just 800 by 480. So I'll just skip this and let's finish and think so we are done. Yes, we are booted and we don't get any auto brightness, and so as you can see, I don't have that. So it looks like we don't have any auto brightness, so you got to manually adjust the brightness on this device. Let's quickly actually look at the Android version that we get. Let's go to the settings, and if we go to about the device, it comes with the Android version 4.4.4, which is KitKat. So that's a nice thing in my opinion. And let's look at the storage also. We did not add a micro SD card, and out of that 8 gigs of internal storage, the space that we have is 5.3 gigabytes. We can also add a micro SD card to this device, so it looks decent, I would say. And in fact, we also have the ultra power saving mode on this, so that's nice to see. Let's look at what else is pre-installed. We have a Google folder, and these are Samsung specific apps that we have. Galaxy app and Chrome browser is installed. Also we have radio, so radio will work on this device. And let's just go here, and not a lot of bloatware, I would say. So I would say that's a nice thing. And as we are actually connected, let's fire up the web browser. Let's invoke Chrome. Let me adjust the brightness. We don't have the auto brightness sensor on this, and I'll just continue like this. And let's go to readif.com, and initial impressions till now, the phone feels very responsive. It's not like earlier Samsung devices, budget devices with skim and which are very sluggish. So as you can see, it loaded it very quickly. But again, this is the mobile variant. So let's invoke the full website, that's the desktop variant, and see. Again, it loaded this one also pretty fast in my opinion. Let's try the pinch to zoom gesture. Pinch to zoom feels okay, but again, I feel it's not very responsive in my opinion. So let's just open up one more page and see. Oops, let me click on the story. Yes. Initial impressions, decent web browsing, but not the most responsive, I would say. Let's see the viewing angles. The viewing angles are sadly not that great. It is okay if you just tilt it like this, but if you tilt extremely like this, as you can see, it starts to fade away. So Samsung's skin on the screen quality, it's average screen quality. I would say it's not bad, but just average-ish. And you can add your widgets, etc. like this. Let's quickly also look at the camera. The camera is supposed to be a 5 megapixel shooter. So let me bring some objects and let's check out the camera. And let me just tap in. We have to tap to focus. And it's a 5 megapixel shooter. So let's see the pictures. This came out pretty clean in my opinion. But why is it not here? Let's zoom in. This also came decent. I'll test the camera a lot more. The front facing camera is actually a 2 megapixel shooter. So I'll be testing the camera performance later on in my full in-depth review. So that's it for now for this very quick unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Core Prime. If you have any specific questions around this device, do post them in the YouTube comments and I'll try to include them in my review. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video.